Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be my top 10 stocks as we head into Tuesday, August 1st. This will be a technical analysis breakdown. So if you're someone that uses charts within your trading, or maybe you're interested in learning more about charts and how they can be used as a tool to help make good decisions as a trader, this will be a video for you. Real quick, a couple of clarifications. First off, this candlestick that you see right there will be moving around and changing. That is because the market's still open for a small amount of time. But I like to do these videos when the market is still open because sometimes we can capture some really interesting late day price movement. And then second, I'll be using the 30-minute time frame, meaning each one of these candlesticks here represents 30 minutes worth of time. So stock number one here, TUP. This will mean a bit more to those of you that watched the video from Friday. But if you did, hopefully remember me putting in this pattern right here that I drew into play. And you can see that during the opening part of the day, price came up here, got the break through that pattern, and a very, very nice move in the upwards direction. So overall, good bullish breakout. And now a lot of updates need to be done. So I'll go ahead and get rid of these lines here so that we can start to keep an eye on the newer levels here. So newest level of resistance, nothing fancy here, but you just look across right here at the top of $4.83. So that'll be the main dynamic to watch moving forward in terms of the resistance. And then as far as supports, sort of the same sort of situation here. You have another essential bull pennant pattern here. So maybe just to keep things easier to see, we have our resistance, we have our support. We have the new upwards move right here. For you golfers, we'll make it a little bit more visual and put our golf hole down here. So this would be the bull pennant pattern. But, any way you want to look at it, even if you just want to look at it from a bigger picture standpoint, I mean, this is still very, very much so in an overall uptrend. And as long as the price keeps on putting in those higher highs and higher lows, then that is by far what matters most. But if you, demanded that you had some sort of summary statement, I would just say 30-minute time frame, bull pennant pattern in an uptrend. Next one here, ticker symbol SOFI, and essentially the same exact thing that I just talked about. So let's get this drawn into play here. We have our area of resistance. We have our support level right there. Let me actually drag that down a little bit more. And then let's map it out and make it, again, same color. So we have our resistance, we have our support, we have the big explosion right here, have our golf hole down here. So yes, another bull pennant pattern, and definitely a relatively popular stock. And I say that because when a lot of people are watching the same stock, watching the same levels, then while nothing is guaranteed, call it a self-fulfilling prophecy, call it whatever you want, it is valid that the price could come up here, get a break, and then that break in and of itself starts to get, bring in more momentum because people are saying, hey, I'm a breakout trader. Oh, look, that's breaking out. Oh, I'm supposed to buy because I'm a breakout trader and that's breaking out. So people, tend to buy. Again, guaranteed to happen? Absolutely not. But is that a valid outcome? Certainly, especially on a very well-defined pattern and a very popular stock such as SOFI. So if you like these sorts of potential self-fulfilling prophecies, keep an eye on it. Next one here, NKLA, and I apologize. Some days are just like this, though. So you've already heard me talk about this, but we once again have this pattern in place here. So we have our area of resistance. And then as far as supports are concerned, we have this area like so. And then to keep it one color once again, resistance, support, big upwards move here, a golf hole down here, another bull pennant pattern. But the nice thing here is a bunch of different price ranges. So we have some sub $10 stocks. SOFI was up over $10. So a nice variety, but at the same time, not a variety because they're all bull pennants. But like I said, sometimes the market just gives a lot of the same pattern, and you got to take what the market gives. The market is going to dictate, kind of how things play out. So some days, for those people that love bull pennants, they have a bunch of choices. Other days, sometimes there's not really any choices. But as of right now, it was kind of a bull pennant type of day. Next one, PLTR, big mover here. So I'm going to just go ahead and get rid of these lines as they serve their purpose for now. But very, very impressive move here, and definitely some new levels need to be updated here. So first key level to watch moving forward, going to be right up there at $19.90. And then on the flip side of things, as far as the bottom part of this little pattern here, right there down at about $19.15. And I'm going to change that to support. And then not quite a bull pennant, but very similar in the same family. So we have essentially a sideways channel that happened. What was going on before the sideways channel? Well, a huge move up right there, which has now given us a bull flag pattern. So bull flag, and you got to think that a lot of people are going to be watching very closely the top part of that and wondering, okay, can the price break up through the top of that pattern? And if it does, then you can once again have some of those self-fulfilling prophecy type conversations. But very nice movement today. Looking down there, you can see last 30-minute volume, good solid amount. So it's looking like a breakout could very well be potentially happening on Tuesday. So let's see what happens. Next one here, AMC, very nice move today. You can see opening 30 minutes, and this will mean a bit more of those of you that watched the video from Friday, but came up there, broke up through that level, and then that opening 30 minutes, big green candle, and has continued to work its way upwards. I'll go ahead and get rid of that as it served its purpose for now. And once again, let's get some levels mapped out here. And I mean, I feel like I'm kind of being annoying, but I can't help it. It is what it is. It was certainly a bull pennant type of day. So let me get that in a place right there. And yeah, once again, I'm going to just, I don't think I really need to say much more. So we have our resistance, we have our support, have the explosion up right there, have the golf hole down here. So yes, AMC, nice breakout this morning, and that breakout has now transitioned into creating a bull pennant pattern. So if you like this price range, you like those patterns, well then you got a lot to choose from. Real quick, want to take a break and personally invite you to get signed up for this free live online class that I'm offering later on in the week. So if you've been enjoying what you've seen and you want to learn more about this tool, how it can and should be used to build consistency and manage risk, then definitely get signed up for the free live class. If you're watching on YouTube, there's a link down in the description box, or if you're watching at my site, there's an area right there on the webpage you can click to get signed up. So like I said, if you've been enjoying, then definitely get signed up for that free live online class. Next one, YELL, and I feel a little bit better about this one in an odd way because this kind of illustrates exactly why I like the bull pennant. So this one had a bull pennant right there. The difference being this one, has already broken out. So right there, got the breakout. You can see volume came in very, very nicely. And now the question becomes, okay, fair enough. It's broken out, but like, what's the point here, Clay? Because we've already missed the breakout, and that's true. But this also, and this is the idea of a watch list, is to find unique, to find interesting situations, and not randomly rush out and start buying stuff, but to watch it. And in my opinion, when you get breakouts, I should say high volume breakouts of key patterns, that's a very interesting situation. That's something that's at least worth watching. Now, maybe you disagree and say, no, Clay, I don't find this very interesting. I don't like breakouts. I like to try to catch it before it breaks out. That's totally fair. But, for all you know, maybe tomorrow price comes up here, comes down again, and then at that point, what you'd have is, downwards movement, upwards move, so you'd have a bull flag, for example. So my point here is, yes, the breakout has occurred, but it's occurred on a big volume. It's gotten the price moving once again. So if you like these sorts of scenarios where you can kind of say, okay, is this the start of something even bigger? I definitely keep an eye on it. Next one here, NIO, and this will mean a bit, in fact, let me just get rid of this level as it served its purpose for now, but this will mean a bit more to those of you that watched the video from Friday, but if you did, hopefully remember me putting in that red trend line right there. Said, that level seems to be, the price respects that area, and you can see once again, look at it. Sure, the price got up above that area, but when it got up there, that momentum just disappeared and back down it went. But also, like I mentioned, the kind of unique thing about this trend line here is that it is upward sloping. So later on in the day, you can see the price actually put in a higher high, but it still has not broken that trend line right there. So I don't say that as a negative aspect. I just say it as from more of a trading standpoint. That trend line really does seem to be offering up some areas where you could potentially put together some trade plans. So continue to watch that red line there as it proved itself today to be, a worthwhile level of resistance. In terms of levels of support, main level now to watch moving forward. It's going to be right down here at that level, $14.75. So if you like to play more so pullbacks, keep an eye on that. But I mean, just from the bigger picture of things, I mean, the uptrend continues, higher highs and higher lows. And assuming you like uptrends, assuming you're bullish on this thing from a bigger picture point of view, that's by far what matters most. Next one, TSLA Tesla. And overall, the big question mark headed into into Tuesday is, okay, yes, the price has actually broken up above and stayed above that red line there, which I talked about. But it's not like it's hugely above it. But this is, again, in my opinion, an interesting situation. So worth at least keeping an eye on. But this does all lead to the question of, okay, is this breakout just getting started? Is this breakout going to find more momentum where the price continues to move upwards? That still remains to be seen because, again, it has closed above it, but you get to ask yourself the question, okay, breakout has happened. Is this the start of something bigger? Think about the question. If nothing worthwhile happens, then it makes no sense to say, is this the start of something bigger? Well, because nothing even happened. But in this situation, something did happen. You got the breakout. So yeah, is this the start? We'll see what happens. If this is indeed the start of a much bigger move, the next key overarching level of resistance to watch is going to be up there. That pink line there, which on my chart denotes the very well-known famous 200 period moving average. If it's not and this thing falls back downwards, then the level to watch in more so the near term, right down there at that level, which sits at about $264. So keep an eye, or excuse me, 264. We'll just round up a little bit. But overall, got the breakout. Is it the start of something bigger? Let's see what happens. Next one here, ACHR, and not a whole lot to say about this one. It's essentially just going straight up. Now, I suppose you could say in the very near term, well, no, Clay, you have this little pullback here, and you have this upwards move here, so you have a little miniature bull flag pattern, and I wouldn't disagree with that. That is true, but that's a very, very micro pattern there. But overall, the main reason why this stood out to me and why I want to get it on here is the fact that, again, interesting situation. Sub $10 stock, huge volume on the day, and the price essentially just grinded straight up the entire day. So maybe going forward, again, we don't know, but it's got a lot of volume. But let's say this thing pulls back some more. Well, then at that point, you have, I would say, a much more well-defined bull flag, because you'd have a bigger pullback right here. You'd have something like that. So maybe some sort of bull flag pattern forms, but who knows? To be fair, maybe this thing just continues to grind slowly and get higher and higher. And, from a bull standpoint, I don't think anybody would complain about that. But the key underlying theme here is that big volume, big price movement, popular price range. So even if you just find those three dynamics, interesting enough to keep an eye on it, then I'd certainly put it on your watch list. But as far as like blatantly obvious patterns right now, you can't say anything like that about it. But it does have those other ingredients of a lot of volume and volatility. So if you like these sorts of scenarios, like I said, watch it. Next one here, TQQQ, which is an ETF that measures the NASDAQ market. So if you believe that the NASDAQ market as a whole is going to rise up, this one will also rise up. It just allows you access at a much lower price point, which makes it a very popular ETF. And this will mean more to those of you that have watched past videos, but if you have, you know that I've been talking about this level time and time again. And once again, you can see that the price came up here and the power of charts. So I'll turn that into a quick little plug. Go get signed up for that free class. Are charts perfect? No, nothing is perfect, but is it a valuable tool? Absolutely. So definitely keep an eye on that moving forward, as that's going to be a key level to watch. And one of those where you got to think a lot of other people are watching it. So potential self-fulfilling prophecies where you get it to go up there and then break above. And then, maybe you get just that much more upwards momentum. So watch that very closely. As far as pullbacks are concerned, you have the 50 period moving average right there, that purple line. And then from more of an overarching standpoint, you have the pink line down there, the 200 period moving average. But in my opinion, last 30 minutes, check it out. Good solid volume, got a good solid green candle. It's well within striking distance of that area of resistance. So is a breakout coming on Tuesday? Definitely keep an eye on it. So that wraps up the top 10 list. Again, if you like what you saw here, then I want you to go get signed up for that free class. It'll be Thursday, August 3rd at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So definitely go get signed up and check it out. As far as the top 10 videos are concerned, if you enjoy this format, please do two things for me. Hit the like button. Tell me what you traded today. Tell me what you're watching tomorrow. But leaving a comment and hitting that like button, communicate to me that you enjoy. It's an easy way to help out the channel. And like I said, as long as I know people are enjoying, I'll continue to put in the effort required to get these videos out to you. So thanks for watching. Hit that like button, leave a comment below, and go get signed up for that free class.